So friends, yeah, Swapnaji, please.
No. I thought like if we did not start the session yet, the other day after Sankit's session, I wanted to say that, whenever I listen to him, always this word of sincere sadhaka comes to my mind. I just wanted to convey that to him because he sincerely follows Patriji's principles and constantly reminds everyone in the group about it.
Yes,
Thank
you're
you.
right.
Yeah.
So Sankir starts with S, and what you said, the title you gave to him is
Yes,
also starting
sincere
with
sadhaka.
S.
Yeah,
Yes, yes,
true.
yes.
What you
Yes,
told,
yes.
ma'am?
Sincere Sadhaka.
Spiritual
Sincere
sadhaka?
sadhaka. Sincere
Sincere.
sadhaka.
Oh, thank you, madam. Even your name will start with S only, madam. Sapna, madam.
Yes, you're right.
So these days I'm reading Ikigai, a book which speaks a bit about purpose of life mostly. And this is based a bit on the Japanese way of living because um, these two people who basically thought about this book, they came up talking about how to live long, and then they ended up basically taking places across the world where there are, let's say, still huge percentage of the population that live over 100 years. So um, it's a wonderful book, and in this book they take a lot of examples from people in an island living in Japan, and there they say that they do not retire. They do not retire, which means retirement is not something as if you stop doing something, because in the book they specify that unless you have something in life that is interesting, you will not live longer. So that was a very interesting point of view, and what they found in their research in these people who live above 100 years is that they always find something to do, and they're always active no matter what their age is. Even when they reach 80 years old, they look forward for the day. They will look forward that they wake up so they can do things. So and they keep talking in this book um, about how to find that thing which um, which really makes you look forward, which means how to find meaning in your life, how to find purpose in your life. So I have just started reading it since few days. It's really going pretty interesting. A lot of even topics in terms of healing, because they consider a kind of healing which is called logotherapy, which means they kind of, instead of uh, um, general how do you say, uh, when you go to a psychiatrist, they do kind of therapies, but this is a bit different because there they look at your past and they try to find out the reason. But when someone go to logotherapy, they tend to make people look into future, and they say, why do you want to live into future? Which means, what is it that you want to do or that inspires you, that that makes you to live or look into future? So that's a very interesting perspective, because you forget about what you were in the past. But if you are alive today and if you want to live ahead, what is the reason you want to be alive? And many times in this logotherapy, looks like they ask this question, why you did not, there was a case where they explained why you did not commit yourself suicide. So the question does not mean that, does not come from a state that why you are still alive, but it comes from an intention to say that if you are alive and if you are so looking forward to live, there is a reason reason much higher and try to find that. So, very interesting book, very interesting narration, very interesting facts that are put in that book. Um, I'm looking forward to dive deeper into that, and once I finish, to share the learnings from that book. It's called Ikigai, and in that book, they also say that he who has a why to live. So he says, he who has a why to live for can bear with almost any how. Means once you know why you want to live, you will bear with anything and find the way on how to live. Which means once you have that purpose and you know why you want to live, you will anyway find the ways how to live and get that done. So that's a beautiful thing. I keep it really, makes me so happy when I read these statements. It has a lot of interesting information in that. So with that, friends, let's dive into our why we are here. So we are here to be joyful. We are here to connect to ourselves. By connecting to ourselves, lot of things open up. So friends, cross your legs. Kindly take off your glasses if you are wearing any. Clasp your hands, fingers into fingers. Close your eyes. Forget about your past. If we are alive today and if we are looking forward for life, there is a wonderful, beautiful, awesome reason. It is not to earn our food, surely not, because that is very basic. It could be to express yourself in some way. It could be to do something, a burning desire inside you. It is what that makes our life complete. There is something for each one of us. We are not here to do the same things. We're not here to do similar things. We are here to do something, and we need to find out that why we wish to be alive into the future. Not to live the very normal life, so drop your past. Does not matter what you have, what you are, what you were. And to drop that means to drop your mind, means your thoughts. And just witness your breath, the normal, natural breath. Every time you get a thought, bring yourself to your breath. Just witness, just become aware. Just be with your breath, my dear friends. Last 2 minutes, friends. Slowly bring back your awareness to your surroundings, and to your physical body. As we end this session, let us have a deep sense of gratitude for life, that we are alive, that we still have tremendous possibilities in front of us. Last 20 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. You may slowly place your hands over your eyes for a few seconds. So you let all the cosmic energy that is gathered in your hands to go back into your body. Slowly open your eyes and take off your hands. Please have some water if you have that beside you. Welcome back. Hope you all had a wonderful journey, friends. If anyone would like to share your experience or would like to share anything else, kindly go ahead, unmute yourself. Yes, Lakshmi ji. Yeah, there are in France. Yeah, he was the longest one. Yes, lifespan. True. And there is also an island called Sardinia in Italy. Even there are a lot of centenarians. Japan also do have. Thank you, Jyoti ji. Any questions, friends? Please go ahead. Thank you, Deepika ji. Thank you, Swapna ji. Thanks for being here.
Hi, Ram, Swapna here.
Yeah, Swapna. Yeah.
I have this question of why that you were discussing. So many a times we are not aware of the why, um, because from time and again, our purpose keeps changing based on the circumstances around us. Like I know the goal is to find our ultimate purpose, why we are here. But if you talk about the purpose of life, um, in the physical life, it keeps changing from time to time based on circumstances. So how do we know the real why?
Mm. So it is something that really, that makes you more joyful when you think about it. You're
Mhm.
true. Our purpose changes depending on various circumstances, various things that happen in our life. And it
Mhm.
is true that we are not here for just one purpose. There could be many,
Mhm.
right? So we get a clarity as we keep living those things that we think that is our purpose for now. So
Mhm.
imagine my purpose for now is to cook a very delicious pasta.
Mhm.
As I do that, as I accomplish that, I do realize something else next. So as we
Okay.
keep chasing that which really burns within us, and most of the times it is not pretty normal things, like I have to earn my food. Maybe that's not a purpose for me because it normally happens without, it's not, um, how do you say, it is not something great for me now. Maybe for someone who does not have anything, that could be something great, that he has to earn his food. That could be his purpose, right? But maybe
Mhm.
not mine. So um, our purpose could be pretty much different, not necessarily for normal things many times. So
The reason why I'm asking, yeah, sorry, please continue.
so this can keep changing. So in Ikigai, um, just a moment, Madhu, can you give me that book? So in Ikigai, they basically divide into various quadrants our life. Okay,
Mhm.
and we all need to spend some time for ourselves and understand what falls into each quadrant. It's like, flavor of life, where there are many circles merging together. So in this in these quadrants, there are basically four circles. Imagine like four coins, each placed at 90 degrees. Yeah. And
Mhm.
you can notice that there is a interference between each circle.
Yes.
And in one circle is something what you love. And in one
Yes.
circle, what the world needs, from what you know, from what you have, from what you can do. You know, in the another
Mhm.
circle, what you can be paid for. And in another circle, what you are good at. So when
Mhm.
we write things under these aspects, what you love, I love cooking. I love playing chess. I love playing cricket. I love reading books. So you list out what you love, then what the world needs. Then you write from what you know as this person, okay, what the world needs from me. Maybe it needs some time that I can share my talent I have, or maybe it could be I would like to see greenery around. I like gardening, and it could be related to what the world needs, plantations, because it will save the environment. So as you keep writing these things, the merging between what you love and what the world needs, that intersection becomes the mission. And
Okay.
what you can be paid for and what the world needs, it can be a vocation. Or what you are good at and what you can be paid for, that intersection can be your profession.
Okay. Okay.
What you are good at and what you love can be your passion. When we list these things, there is one small quadrant where all of these things merge: what
Mhm.
you love, what the world needs, what you're good at, and what you can be paid for. And that most of the times can reflect deep within you as a mission or a purpose.
Oh, very nice. Okay.
Okay, so where the passion, mission, vocation, profession, all of them merge together. So that is where there is, there is everything that pulls you towards that, because everything is merging there.
Yes.
So like that is why when you say, many times we see that there are different purposes, different situations that drive us into what we need to do at that point of time. Those
Hmm.
things can fall into one of these different quadrants at every given point of time, and they keep changing. They can
Yes.
keep changing, right?
Yes.
So if we list
Also
these things.
sometimes the reason why I ask this question is sometimes when you wake up, even though you have this small things, you really don't know what you want to do. I mean, basically, you have an idea, but you don't know what you want to do and how to go about in that
Yeah.
direction of doing things.
Yes.
So sometimes, like someday we wake up thinking that I want to make a difference in this world. I want to not only teach meditation, but also counsel people and help them.
Yeah.
That could be one thing. But some days it's like, yes, I will do that no matter what. But what else?
Mm.
That thing keeps popping up. So and some days it's like, okay, why am I here? is
Mm.
is it only this much to life? Is there anything else that I can do? So those questions are not answered.
Yes.
So as you said, maybe this is one way of finding the true purpose, the ikigai method.
Yes.
So this question was constantly popping up in my mind, for a few days.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
thank you so much, Ram.
No,
Yeah,
I
please.
recommend you reading this book. I will also share a bit of what I learned from this book once I finish this.
Sure.
But this book is pretty interesting because the way it presents, various dimensions of life, and our life is not just to be lived to eat, to have a
Yes.
family, then to
Yes.
sleep, to wake up and then die. No, for sure not.
Yes.
We being in this body is being one in these 7 billion out of trillion souls that are waiting to be on this earth plane.
Yes.
There is much higher than just eating, living, sleeping, having family, and then dying.
Yes.
So uh, we all need to have a kind of, yes, as you said, I would like to share meditation, I would like to counsel. That's the goal, and we need to have a plan. As we accomplish something, then on the way of that accomplishment, new doors open.
Yes.
So there are pretty interesting things in this book. I will surely share, but I also recommend you to read, Swapnaji.
Definitely. Definitely. Thanks for motivating me to read. So yes, I will definitely do that
and
now.
and it's a very small book. It's not a very big book, and they're all divided into small topics. Pretty fast moving book. It's
Of late,
really
this thought
interesting.
has been pondering that even today, like while you were sharing the essence of Ikigai, I think the most important thing is how not to waste time.
Yeah.
Maybe, as you said, because you said even the people, those people who were living for long, they were constantly trying to do something or the other.
Yeah.
So sometimes in a day, by the end of the day, we feel that what did I do today?
Mhm.
So much of time we have, and we realize the value of time only when we don't have it. But
Yeah.
when we have it, often we spend most of it just wailing away.
Yeah.
So always this thing has been pondering that, how not to waste time. And recently I was also listening to Patriji's message in
Mm,
one of the videos about where he talks about time. So yeah, thank you so much, Ram. Actually, this is really making me think.
yeah, yeah. No, we have a lot of time. I think to say that we don't have time, I think we most of the times find various excuses to say that statement. And
Yes.
the moment we say that we don't have a time for something, that is where we can introspect to see how well, or let's say how happily we have utilized our day that day.
Yes.
And for sure, we find spaces where we say, "Ah, I could have utilized that space for a happier reason than how I spent." And it is not about complaining how I mismanaged the time, but to look into future that tomorrow I will use it in a better way.
Yes.
So yeah. Yes, Mridulaji,
Thank
you
you so
want to
much.
add something?
Yes, I wanted to talk about the time. So I'm following various posts from my colleagues who are now, emergency room physicians. One physician, she worked an overnight shift and she left a message to all the other doctors. I'm done with my shift. Is there anything I can do to help you? I have a 4-wheel drive. Can I check on your parents? Can I get you some water? I have boiled water. She just worked, a
Mm,
24-hour shift. So you're talking about time, you know.
yeah,
I think
yeah.
possible. She worked all night in the emergency room, and when she's done, this is what she's asking, telling the people, "I'm here to help you."
What an
Isn't that
inspiration.
amazing? It just,
Yeah.
I looked at that. We told her she needs to go home and sleep.
It's as if, some people, they just live as if this life is not enough to live for others. What a beauty it is.
Yeah, I was so shocked to see that post. It was, I mean, so lovingly she posted, but it was amazingly, we told her we love her so much, but she needs to go and sleep.
Mm,
So, yeah. So, I mean, the time
wonderful.
she just worked all day, all night. The emergency room must be full now, with all the stuff.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But yeah,
It's
no,
lovely to hear.
yeah.
Give her a big hug from our side when you meet her for
Yeah,
this wonderful inspiration. She's just passing by her way of living.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. So I will send her a message. Yeah. Well, we will send big hugs to her. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, so much love, so much appreciation going on,
Mm,
Uh,
mm.
so just wanted to share that when you mentioned the time.
Yeah. Thank you, Mrutulaji. Thank you. So we have Jyoti ji asking, why do monks who have been doing meditation for years and years suffer with illness? For example, Tichnatan, who has been doing meditation, have paralyzed for more than 7 years. What could be the reason? Uh, Jyoti ji, um, it is all about how we see things. We see things like, that illness is a suffering, but this is how we see. But these monks, they don't see it like that. Even Ramana Maharshi, if I remember well, even his story, if you go through, that is what we understand. So it's all part of karma. It is not that this life they are great monks, but they are cleansing off, clearing off the karma that had been there since their many lives. So we see it as, in my early days into meditation, whenever I used to share about meditation heals everything. And most of the times, few people, they used to question me. Well, if you say meditation heals everything, why these great masters have this sickness? So meditation does not heal anything, does not heal completely. However, I had not the answers at those times, but now understanding and looking things at a bigger picture, because we cannot see things as a life of this particular body, but the life of the soul, the journey that that had happened in the past and the journey that is coming up. So all these great masters, they undertake also their karmic parts. Sometimes they also undertake karma of other people, which say, let's say, generally that's not recommended, but sometimes they do. However, there are various other reasons, but mostly it is out of their karma, that they're clearing off their past life's karma in this life. So so don't see a illness as a suffering. Illness is a clearing, is a cleansing. Suffering to the body, but a cleansing to the soul. It has a deeper dimension when you look at it with this perspective. Karma is not a punishment. Karma is a learning. Karma is a way to evolve. So we all have these, let's say, kind of uh, the other way at looking at these things. So illness means suffering, but basically, yes, it is a suffering at the body level. Maybe for these monks, neither the body, they are uh, having these, let's say, the same way that general people look at it, because they know at the deeper soul level, it's really healing. It's really a evolution. Yeah. Yes. Yes, Jyotiji. Yes, Swapnaji.
Ram, yesterday I was attending a session by Tatavarti Rajalakshmi Garu, who's a great
Oh, wow.
pyramid master.
Oh,
So
yes.
she was mentioning about this point. Some people were saying, even though we do a lot of good things, service and all that, especially for people who are in this path, why do we suffer? This was a similar kind of question that was asked. So she was mentioning that the good deeds that you do will not stop things that you have done in your past lives, the karma that you have to experience. You have
Yes.
to go through that, so that, as you said, for cleansing. So whatever good deeds you do, they will help you in your progress, in your current life and in the coming lives.
Yes.
So do not think that because she was mentioning that she used to question, oh, I built temple and I've done a lot of service to poor people and all that. Why did I go through this accident? She suffered a major accident, and so she used to question, it seems. But then that is when she realized, after talking to Patriji, that good deeds help you in your progress. But if you have done something in your past lives, you have to go through that. Yes, but you can reduce the effects of the karma of those deeds by meditation, wherein during meditation you try to whatever lesson you have to learn, that awareness comes faster,
Hmm.
because of which the effects will be reduced. So that's one thing I wanted to share. It was beautiful yesterday when she was sharing. I thought the topic is similar, so just thought of sharing.
No, it's beautiful. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. And if anyone understand Telugu, you all must see and hear the wisdom of this ma'am, Tatapatri ma'am. They're really beautiful. Her wisdom is clear, straightforward.
We can't stop listening to her. We
True,
want
true.
her to go on and on. That is, she is the first master. After coming into meditation, when I happened to go on PMC channel, I after listening to her experience, it moved me like anything. I
Mm,
would say she really inspired me to meditate. And if there's anything that we can learn from her, I feel is surrender.
mhm.
Her trust and surrender to people, to guides, to guru is amazing. I mean, whatever she's gone through. And she said, when she had gone through that fire accident, she said, why do I want to live? Why I wanted to live? Because there are women. She put a tailoring institute or something, and there are many poor women who are trying to learn and trying to make a livelihood. She was so determined, in spite of doctors saying that she cannot survive. She was so
Mm,
determined to live so that the institute is not closed, which might affect lives of many women.
yeah.
I was like, in that so much of suffering, if someone can think about others, I mean, that is the greatest level of selflessness. That's what I was, it really moved me.
Yeah, yeah. Yes, yes, Swapnaji. We have, as we keep hearing the experiences of these wonderful souls around, it really touches us. It really moves us. It really inspires us. Thanks to PMC, thanks to these online data that is available. Um, there is every moment that we can learn from these wonderful souls. And speaking about karma, I do remember a story. I was just searching and I find it here. When Dhritarashtra, the father of Kauravas, after his 100 sons were killed, he asks Krishna, Lord Krishna, I have done a lot of good, and why is it that all my 100 sons were killed? What bad did I do? You know. So Lord Krishna then he grants Dhritarashtra the divine vision to look into his past, which means past lives. And Dhritarashtra discovers that 50 births back, 50 lifetimes before, he was a hunter, very cruel hunter. And once for fun, just for fun, he throws a burning net on a tree full of birds, and it causes 100 young birds that uh, that that were burnt alive to death. Some birds escaped, but basically, some they became even blind. And due to this, he was destined to remain blind in that particular life, and also to lose 100 of his sons. So basically nothing. So even though uh, even though he did lot of good things in between the lifetimes, it is not that the bad karma that was done in the past gets cancelled. The bad does not get cancelled. It will be there, and we have to, let's say, we have to reap the fruits either way, the fruits of good, the fruits of bad. It's not like a bad karma means bad in that life. Let us look always at the soul level. There is always learning. Like here we had Sankirt, he was mentioning that don't see anything as a suffering, but it's as a learning. So um, at the soul level, we are always learning, and we all need to look from that perspective. That is why we cannot judge anything, because we do not see what a particular soul had planned for itself and why. So that's one of the reasons why we say never judge anyone, because you do not know why someone is doing for what reasons. So that was something that just came up on this particular topic.
Beautiful, Ram. Thank you.
Thank you, Swapnaji. Thank you, friends. Thanks, everyone. It's always a wonderful sharing whenever we keep uh, sharing these wonderful things. So thanks again. Thanks everyone for being here. And we all connect back tomorrow. Tomorrow, we would like to share about the 18 principles of enlightenment. So let us all join tomorrow evening, same time, and then go through these points. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, Tejasji. Would you like to share something, Tejasji? Okay. Thank you, friends. Have a nice time and connect to you all tomorrow. Namaste.
Thank you, sir. Thank you all.
Thank you.